Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on Hobbymaker.
Hi guys, Sandra's not in the office today, so I thought I'd give you a sneaky peek of what's on Hobbymaker on Thursday afternoon and Friday afternoon. We've got the Dragonfly, love this one. Spanish fans are back on, and probably shouldn't be showing you this, new stamps and a new frame. I hadn't better show you anything else. See you Thursday and Friday, bye!
Here at Hobbymaker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size or quantity of your order or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged one P&P. Shopping made simple with Hobbymaker.
Lights, camera, action, party! Can you believe your eyes? Crafter's Companion is nearly 17. Join us on Hobbymaker for the most glittering soiree in town.
It couldn't be easier to watch Hobbymaker. You can join us on Sky, Freeview, on our website or on YouTube, so you can watch at home or on the go.
Good morning everyone, it's breakfast time, hello, hope you're well. We are live, I know, that time of the morning, 6:02. Hope you're well and I hope you've had a good night's sleep as well, and welcome to what's going to be an action-packed day at Hobbymaker. I'm with you with Wake Up to Hobbymaker through until 8, then back at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and the highlights this afternoon, I can let you know we're going to have a very busy day because Sandra from Santangle is here for 3 shows, and hunky-dory brand new products as well with Anne-Marie. So Anne-Marie and Sandra are forced to be reckoned with on Hobbymaker this afternoon between 1 and 6. Now this morning it's just you and me. So if you want to get involved in the show, we would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Get your makes in. You can share your makes as you always can every single day here at Hobbymaker by whatever you've made, whether it's something that you've painted, something that you've coloured in, something that you've constructed, something you've knitted, something you've crocheted. Send it in, send a picture to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. And not only can we show it on air, we can't show all of them, obviously, but we show quite a few. But we will also put you into the draw for a £100 credit. And we give that away to one of you at random. We don't kind of judge what's the best or anything like that. It's basically a random draw for those of you that sent in your makes. On the last Saturday of each month, we give away a £100 credit to someone's account, and that could be you. So if you made something yesterday, over the weekend or whatever, and you haven't really thought about it, take a picture now, send it in, email it in, and you could be winning yourself a £100 credit. Now, because I knew that it was just you and me this morning and nobody else, I said to the guys, right, can we do something special? Because I just didn't want to show you lots and lots of different little things. I wanted to have like a focus that you could think, hang on a minute, now's the time to purchase what I've been wanting for such a long time. And that main item, I'm pleased to tell you, is one of my favourite things. And this is the God's honest truth. It is the best die cutting and embossing machine I have ever seen and used, and that's a big statement for me to make, but it's absolutely true. And Jamie from Creative Expressions will agree with me as well, because I'll never forget, we're just over 6 months old here at Hobbymaker, and when I came to meet the guys here the first time, before we were actually going on air, came to meet them and talk through everything that we're going to be doing, and they said to me, Dave, what do you think about that? And I said, great, die cutting machine. Yeah, I've seen loads. And they said, yeah, but what do you think about our one? And I said, well, I've not used it yet, I don't know. Jamie came along as a guest on the very first, I think it was first week or first couple of weeks of us being on air, and he was asked if he'd use it. And he went, okay, I've not used it before. And he used it, and he went, This is good. This is very good. So much so, he actually bought 4 of the machines himself out of his own money, okay? Now, that's something, because Jamie's been in the business for a long time. He's got his own shop, so he's got access to all the products that are out there on the planet, basically. And I said to him, why did you buy 4? He said, well, I bought 3 for me and 1 for my mum. It's a family business. So I said, okay, why did you buy 3 then for yourself? He had 1 for himself and 1 that he could use, or a couple that he could use, for craft workshops. So that when people came to his shop or came to his workspace or wherever they do their workshops, they had a machine that they knew would deliver. He was so impressed with this. Now, there is a version of this out there on the market in a different colour, under a different name. And I've seen it for well over a couple of £100. This is our version of the same machine, basically. The only difference being the colour and the fact it's got Gemporia craft. Gemporia, by the way, if you're thinking, well, what's Gemporia all about? Gemporia is the business that we are involved in here. It's the umbrella company. We've got, of course, Gems TV, we've got Sewing Street, we've got Jewellery Maker, we've got Gem Collector, all those different brands and all those different channels, they're under Gemporia. We at Hobby Maker are Gemporia Craft. So that's why that's on there. This unashamedly is a bargain. It really is. Now, I know we're in October. I know things are a bit tight for all of us. We're on the same boat. But the C word, Christmas, is not that far away. Now, I'm not involved in what goes into shows. I'm not involved in what prices we sell things at or anything like that. I turn up and I present, and that's my job. That's what I do. So when a machine is available and when something like this is available at a bargain, I'm going to let you know about that. And I love being a customer like yourself. I love to know that when I buy something, whether it's a TV, whether it's a sofa, whether it's an armchair, whether it's garden furniture, whether it's whatever it might be, I want to know that I'm getting it at the right time at the right price, because I hate buying something and then seeing it reduced maybe a week or 2 later. Now, the price for this every day of the week is £129.99. And let me tell you, that is a bargain, absolute bargain non-stop. You've got all the plates. You've got, obviously, your cable to plug it into the wall. You've got all your plates there. You've got your cutting plates. You've got your magnetic shim. You've got your rubber mat for embossing. You've got your metal shim as well for intricate die cutting, so that everything just kind of falls out instantly, and for cutting fabrics and stuff like that. But that price today is what it should be. And I know for a fact that this is worth every penny of over a couple of £100. If that's what we were selling it for, it would be worth that price. It's got simple instructions and simple controls. If I just turn that up so you can see. You've got a run button. Now, the difference between this and other machines is that this doesn't recognise when you put the plates in. You physically have to turn it on and push run. Push run, that sets the rollers going. Okay? Push it again, that turns it off. If you want to stop or reverse and bring the plates back, if maybe you've got a small die on a big plate, you just want to run it through for a few inches, then run it back, you've got that reverse function as well. That's as complicated as it gets. But for me, and I'm sure Jamie won't mind me saying this, for me to see Jamie buy 4, the minute that he was asked to demonstrate it on television, he fell in love with it, he relied on it, he was comfortable using it, because bearing in mind, he's got his own dies. He's selling not the machine, he's selling his dies and he's selling his pixie powders or whatever it is he's using. So he's not, interested in selling the machine. He's got his products he wants to sell. But he was so delighted with the power of this, the portability of it, because it's got that carry handle as well. It weighs a bit, and any die cutting machine that hasn't got a bit of weight to it, I'd be very skeptical of, because you need to have mechanisms in here, mechanics in here that are weighty, that are strong, that are not going to let you down. And also, it's got to look good. A machine like this is not going to be tucked away in your craft room. It's going to be out on your desk. It's going to be by your side 7 days a week, 24/7. And I think it looks incredible. £129.99. Let's see it in action. We're very early in the morning. I haven't got the plates with me here at the moment. We just literally took this out of the box. When we found out this morning what the price could go to, I just get it in the show. Get it in the show. Let's show everybody, and let's give them the opportunity of getting a brand new die cutting and embossing machine at a ridiculous price, and it's going to be on split pay, and you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. So in other words, now, I don't know when you last changed your car, but I bet you when you changed your car, you took it for a test drive. Who buys a car that doesn't try it first? Nobody. No one would. Who in their right mind would spend thousands of pounds on something if they don't know whether they like it? Does it feel good when you're driving it? Is it powerful? Is it what you want? Has it got enough space? You sit in it, you drive it before you commit. We will let you have this with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you don't think that this is the best die cutter machine that you've ever used, and I've used all of them, manual, electronic, every brand, every size, every shape you can imagine over the years, this is the one that I would recommend to absolutely everybody. I'm not just saying that because this is the brand that I'm working for now, Gemporia. No. We would not get this in, and this was one of our hero products to launch the channel back in March. That's when we launched. We're over 6 months old. And I remember when I met Colin and when I met Scott, our two bosses here. Colin is the CEO, Scott is our managing director. And we sat in a room together, and it was them, me, and this. And they said, this is what we're going to kind of launch the channel with. What do you think about it? Loved it. We've got it back today, and that price is not what you're going to be paying for it, okay? Now, maybe you've had a manual machine, you've been doing that for years. You've built up that muscle, but you haven't really built up that muscle. You've been doing that for years and years and years, and you're thinking, you know what? I've had enough of that. Or maybe you've had an electronic machine that's let you down, or it's got weak spots in it, it's cutting on the right side, but it's not cutting perfectly on the left side, or whatever, and you're just getting so frustrated with it. Put this in your basket today. We have one P&P capped at $3.95 for the whole day. So I know you'll be back later on for Santangle. I know you'll be back later on for Hunky Dory. If you buy something anywhere between midnight and midnight, you'll pay just one P&P of £3.95 and nothing more, okay? Now let me show you the price we're going to do today. $129.99, believe me, is fantastic. This is why I wanted it in the show this morning. This is why you need this. It's under £100. It is $99.99. Anywhere else in a different colorway? I've seen one in gold with a different brand name on it. A USA craft presenter. I was watching, I think it was about 2 or 3 months ago, and I was watching another channel just seeing what was going on, as you do. And I thought, hang on a minute, that looks just like our machine, but with a gold handle. And it was. Under £100, treat yourself today. Now, it may well be that you've got one of these already, and if you have, do me a favour, tell me what you think about it. We are live, it's 12 minutes past 6. Email in or send me a message. You know, my words, hopefully you trust me because we've known each other for a long time, but it's what you say about it that may convince someone else to give it a go, and it will be the best purchase they've made today, this week, this month, maybe even this year. $99.99. DJV189. I'm so pleased that we can bring this to you in October in time for the Christmas buying season at the low, low price. This is the lowest price we've done. We've matched the launch price on this today in this show. It should be so much more. It really, really should. I'll be honest with you. This isn't far off what we actually paid for it. We want you to, we're still in that process of getting Hobby Maker into your home. You know, a new channel needs to build. It needs to kind of get an audience. It needs to get loyalty. It needs to get trust. And I'm glad to say that over the 6 or 7 months that we've been here, that has been huge. It's been massive. So if you've been with us from the start or you just found us, you're more than welcome to Hobby Maker here every day. We do Wake Up to Hobby Maker 6 till 8 every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, and we're on air every single day of the week between 1 and 6 every day. Let me show you it in action though. Let me show you what this can do for you. It doesn't matter what dies you've got, provided they're not the bigs dies, the cartridge type dies. Any thin metal die, whether it's from Crafter's Companion, Hunky Dory, Creative Expressions, doesn't matter. Any die can go through this machine, and it will give you fantastic results. Take a look. It is a great deal. Today's the day to buy it. Today's the day to purchase it. It's on 2 split pays for absolutely everybody. And it may be this is your first ever purchase. Now, before we show you it in action, if you are a brand new customer and you're thinking, okay, I want this, but I don't know how to order it. I've never shopped with Hobby Maker before. Free phone number just there. 0800 001 4433. Now, where does that call centre go? Where is that call being taken? Above us, in the office upstairs. It's a UK-based call centre. They will give you an account free of charge and they will process your order for your new Gemporia craft die cutting machine. If you want to do it online on our website, hobbymaker.co.uk, all we need is your email address and then you just choose a password that you won't forget. It's as simple as that. And then you can have this with that first payment today of $49.99. Debit or credit card, it's on its way. If you don't like it, you can return it within 30 days. You'll love it. Have a look at this.
So to use our traditional metal dies, what we're going to be using is we're going to use both of our cutting plates, our clear plates. We're also going to be using our frosty shim and we're going to be using our metal shim. Now this one's quite nice because if we add that into the collection, it will just give a bit more pressure onto the dies and they'll cut a little bit cleaner and crisper and easier. Really good for if you're using detailed dies. We're also going to be using our magnetic mat as well. So I'm going to place these ones together and we're going to bring in our dies. Now one of the good bits about using a magnetic mat is that we can place as many dies down as we wish to be cutting it in one go, knowing that they shouldn't move as they go through the machine, so that you don't have to worry about them moving and overlapping. One of the nice bits with this machine, as I mentioned, is it has a printed grid on the magnet. So if you do wish to measure and place your dies to create apertures and items like that, they are perfectly in the right place. I'm going to bring in my cardstock, I'm going to lay that on top of the dies, face down to the side that I'd like it to be cut into. And I'm going to top the sandwich off with my cutting plate. Coming over to the machine, I'm going to push the run button to start the machine going, and I'm going to place the sandwich into the opening on the front. Now from here the plates will feed through nicely on their own, and as they go through you may hear slight cracking as the dies cut into the plastic. Now once these have gone through, not only will they have cut, if they have embossed details on them, they may have already started to emboss the details on your dies. If not, you can send them back through with the rubber mat that's also provided to add in extra detail. Now once these have cut, we can lift these straight off and see that every single one of these is cut out perfectly for us. So we may have been creating the apertures depending on the die that we are using, or we may be after the components it has cut. So we can just use a pokey tool to release these from our die, and then we can be using these as we wish to. And that's how we can die cut with all leading brands of thin dies.
See, your alarm went off, or maybe it didn't, maybe you just woke up early and you're thinking to yourself, oh, darn it, why do I keep waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning? I was like that on holiday, absolutely ridiculous. I could have stayed in bed till midday if I wanted to. I was on a week's holiday last week. I was awake at 5:30 every single morning. So even when you're kind of downtime, you kind of wake up early. But this is the best time of the day to bag this bargain. I couldn't believe actually. We've done this before, I'm not going to lie to you. We've done this before at $99.99. But only for limited periods of time. It then went back up to its normal price, which is still a bargain at $129.99. As I said to you before, Jamie that you just saw there is in the business. He's got his own craft shop. I think it's in Scunthorpe. I may be wrong, but I think it's in Scunthorpe. Anyway, it's a family business. His parents, himself, his partner, they all run their crafting shop. And he's one of the best demonstrators. He's genius when it comes to showing you what you can do with the creative expressions products. And when he said to me that he bought 4, I thought, wow, that's testimony. I mean, he can have the choice of any machine in the world, and he gets to retail all the machines that he wants to. He chose to buy these for himself, for his mother, and for the people that come to his workshops as well, because he knew that everyone that ran dies through this machine, everyone that ran embossing folders through this machine, they would get the most incredible results. And he just fell in love with it. From the first moment, he put something through the machine. He was a bit skeptical when we said to him, do you mind using this? Because he said, well, I've not seen it before. And boy, he loved it so much, he instantly went out and bought 4 of them. Honestly, we've got someone's just actually at this moment just bought 2, just checked out with 2. So whoever that was, congratulations. Do we know the name? Brenda, you got 2 of them. They're on their way. You've heard, the word is spreading. DGV189. DGV189. We will come back to this as the morning goes on because more and more people are waking up as we go through the morning. But I just wanted to start the show this morning to let you know that we have got it back at the lowest price it has ever been on 2 split payments. I'm the same as everybody else. We're worried about, where our money's going at the moment, and we want to spend wisely. We want to buy, if we're buying something that's a considered purchase, and I consider £100 to be a considered purchase without a shadow of a doubt. I want to know that I'm not spending £100 on something that next week's going to be 50 quid. I want to know that I'm buying something for £100 that's going to be 130 in a few days' time. And that is what this is. This should not be at this price. We do this on high days and holidays, special occasions at this deal, and the lines get clogged because everyone knows that they're getting something that is such good value for money. DGV 189, I'll come back to this a bit later on. You get all the plates, they're included, that's what you get in the box. And then you can, I don't care where you've bought your dies from over the years, whether you bought them abroad, whether you bought them in the UK, whatever, whether they're the thin ones or whatever, whether they're the mixed media ones, the multimedia ones. The only ones you can't put through here, as with most cutting machines, are the big dies, the cartridge ones. But all your thin metal dies, your embossing folders, your multimedia dies can go through this machine. And believe me, it's a bit like the analogy. If you hear a car that's 1,000 cc's, going down the road, it's quite high-pitched, isn't it? If you see a car that's maybe 4-litre car go past, it purrs. That's what this does. It's got the power, it purrs. It's not screaming, it's not straining. Buy it today, you won't regret it. I'll come back to it a bit later on though. 0800 001 4433, free phone number. Or the website, hobbymaker.co.uk. Now, Ribbonly is a brand that we have here at Hobbymaker that I adore and you love as well. They're amazing kits. Now, this particular kit, I cannot believe this price. I believe that this is the first time we've done this at this price. It was on a show a couple of days ago, and it's the first time we've ever done the Christmas wreath for under £20. Now, it doesn't come like that. You have to make it. That's why it's on Hobbymaker. It's a craft. It's something that you'll enjoy putting together. Now, Ribbonly, they supply you basically with a big box. Inside the box, you'll have the wire frame for your wreath. Is it an 18-inch wreath? I thought so. 18 inches across, so nice big size. But then you're going to get all those coloured ribbons, and they are the most classic Christmas colours you can think of. Your greens, your reds. Can we just show a picture of it again? Have a little look. This is what you could be making. This could be on your front door. This could be in your porch. It could be on an inside door. It could be a table decoration with maybe a battery-operated candle in the middle of it or something like that. And all you have to do is quite simply attach it in the way we'll show you in just a second. You just cut them to size. That tells you what size to actually cut the lengths of ribbon to. And then you just basically tie them onto the wreath. In a West End store, in Birmingham, in Manchester, in London, that would be 100 quid. That would be hundreds of pounds. It really, really would be. You can make it yourself for £19.99. And isn't it lovely to have things in the home that you've made rather than just bought off the shelf? CG 4975. It's £19.99. How? I don't know. The ribbon is amazing quality. Ribbonly is a brand that we feature here on Hobbymaker quite a lot. Now, this was on a show a little while ago, a few days ago, and it absolutely went bonkers. We've got a few left. We've literally got a few left. CG 4975. Shall we show you how you actually put this wreath together? I think we've got a clip that actually shows that for you now. So have a little look. The kit's available, comes beautifully boxed as well, makes a great gift idea as a kit, but it also makes a fantastic investment for you, and you can enjoy making it as well. It won't take too long either. Take a little look. Just look at the quality of the ribbons you've actually got here. You've got this beautiful, almost like a metallic mesh in the wreath as well. You've got organza. This is actually what comes in the box. As you can see, you've got the 18-inch metal wreath, like well, it's not a template, but you know what I mean. It's the actual metal wreath, the construction of it. But then inside the box, you've got all of these wonderful ribbons, and the quality is absolutely immense. You've got your greens and your reds, you've got your organzas, you've got your satin ribbon, you've got your metallic mesh there as well. I mean, that alone, I'd pay $19.99 just for a couple of rolls of that ribbon. Absolutely, any day of the week. But to get the metal wreath template, full instructions as well, everything you need to actually make this. And it's simple. If you can tie your shoelaces, you can make this wreath. That's the most honest way that I can tell you how to construct it. And look at the size of it next to Sherilyn. It's a big wreath. On the door, look amazing. If you've got a porchway, obviously don't leave it in really exposed areas because that will obviously deteriorate the ribbon. But certainly if you've got a little porch, a little latch or a little roof over the top of the front door or something like that, it's the most incredible festive wreath. And you can add things to it. You can add fir cones to it. You can add baubles to it if you wanted to. You could actually add little string lights, the little rice lights that you can buy that are very, very inexpensive. We sell them here at Hobbymaker. Isn't that amazing? $19.99. You can spend that on a wreath at the local market that's kind of natural. I did that a few years ago and it lasted about 3 days and it died. It just looked really, really sad for itself. So I thought, okay, I liked the idea of buying it and it being fresh and having little bits of orange in it, little bits of, you know, pine needles and pine cones and things, but it didn't last. It just did not last. This is artificial. It's ribbon. It will look good year after year after year, and you will have fun making it as well. And you can see here that the gang from Ribbonly, all they do is basically, we'll have a little look here. You can see that they're just literally tying the ribbons on. That's all you've got to do. Full instructions are included. You can watch back the show. Do we know when the show was actually going out? It was on the 11th. Okay, so 2 days ago at 3 o'clock. And all those shows, remember, from the last week are available on our website to watch back. You can watch back through our website, hobbymaker.co.uk. And it's just simplicity itself. They're so classy. You know, you don't have to have a crafty bone in your body. You don't have to be artistic. Provided you can tie a knot, that's all you need to do. And here this shows you, look, it's as difficult as this. So easy. Little bows, that's all you've got to do. And the ribbon is such good quality. I mean, the price is $19.99, which is crazy. Buy multiples. Have one for yourself, maybe one for your other members of the family or your mum or dad or whatever. Great gift idea too. And all you're doing is literally tying bows with that ribbon. And it's simplicity itself. It's so easy to do. Look, like tying a bow tie or tying your shoelaces. That's all you have to do. And you just build it up. £19.99. CG4975. Now remember, if you've never ordered before, website, which is hobbymaker.co.uk, or the phone number. And I love the fact that you can call a free phone number from your mobile, a free phone number from your landline at home, and you can talk to a human being that's in this building. I love that. And they will, if you haven't got an account, give you one free of charge. If you have got an account, you just want to chat, just say, can I order CG4975, please? If you've ever got a question about your order, they're always there as well. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, now we've got, we had a takeover with Sarah a little while ago, a few days ago, and we've got a few of the takeover deals still in stock, which is good news for you. This is a real kind of roundup of the best of the last 7 days in this Wake Up to Hobbymaker. Now we did a message reveal die collection for you with Craig and Sarah as well. And now there's the details on the screen for you. It's UY2069, UY2069. Now the message reveal, let me just explain how this works. Basically, it looks like a Christmas stocking and a cracker. And the idea is that you lift the top of the stocking or you lift the top of the cracker and then you've got a message inside it. It could be an invitation, it could be a message of love or whatever. Have a little look at them. Now both of these, there we are, look, the top of the stocking comes out, the top of the cracker comes out. Now that is what they should be, £33.98. Now the price of this is not going to be anywhere near $33.98. Where are we going to go with this? A few left. That's all we have of these. Why not have them as place settings with people's names inside at the Christmas table? That'd be cool. £14.79 for both sets, the Christmas stocking and the Christmas cracker, under £15. That works out to about basically £7.40 each, something like that. Yeah, £7.40 each. Now here she is. Here's Sarah. Can we hear Sarah or not? Oh, we'll see if you can hear Sarah in just a second. But Sarah is showing you, along with Craig, just how brilliantly these message reveal dies work. And you can add all sorts of embellishments. You can add little bells on it. You can add snow, faux fur, that sort of thing as well. And also they make great toppers on the front of cards as well. So look at this. Look at that. Something a bit different. Something a bit unusual. It looks like a standard cracker, like a normal topper. But then you can stamp your message on the panel on the inside and then just literally lift the top of the cracker, lift the top of the Christmas stocking, and you've got that. It could even have inside it a gift card. Yeah, like a credit card side gift card for music or clothes or whatever it might be, your favourite shop. $14.79 gets you both. Why not make it a double cracker? That's a good idea. Look at this. Put two on. Great idea. Brilliant. And they are incredible value. So the cracker is costing you £7.40. The Christmas stocking is costing you £7.40. So you're getting, how many dies in total? 15. 15 dies, 6 with the stocking and 9 with the cracker. And it's not just the actual dies for the construction of the cracker, it's also dies for the embellishment. So you can actually have a decorative panel on the front, and we're showing you the boards here, as you can see. So those are everything that you get. All those dies are included in the cracker set. And then you get, of course, 9 dies with that one, and then you get 6 dies with the Christmas stocking. All of those, and again, you can also get some, I remember when it used to be like £6 for one sentiment die. And you're going to get the Merry Christmas, you're going to get the main die to actually make the main card, and it's all attached. You don't have to do like the front and the back separately and stick them together. You've got a scoring part of the die down the middle, and then the cutting edges around the outside. So it actually makes your card blank, and then you've got, of course, the die to cut the reveal message that goes in the top too. $14.79. UY 2069. That is the item number today. I mean, if you're like me, working in this business, we always kind of think about Christmas from like June onwards, but I don't really, in my mind, click to Christmas until Strictly Come Dancing starts, until they start talking about dancing on ice. When those two things sort of happen, I think, oh yeah, Christmas is on the way. So if you're now in Christmas mode and you're thinking, right, I need to make things to sell, then this is a really good buy. UY 2069. Now we've got another reveal for you. So if you don't want the Christmas stocking or the cracker, but you fancy the concept of the reveal, we've got 2 more to show you as well. So have a little look at these. I'm pretty sure we're going to do a similar price with these as well. So here we go. Should be $33.98. So what does that make them normally? $16.99 each, isn't it? Yeah. Normally $16.99 for each of these. This is your Christmas present, or having said that, that could be a present for anything. It could be a birthday, anniversary, Valentine's, whatever. But in the red and the green, it looks Christmassy. So the Christmas present and the Christmas tree. And again, here Sarah is showing you how they reveal. The top of the tree comes off like a rocket. Woo, there you go. And inside you can stamp your special message. That's cool, isn't it? I mean, that could even be a Christmas tag. It could be a topper. You can attach it to a present if you want to. What will the message inside be? Look at it. Here's the Christmas present. Lift the lid. What does the message say? Let it snow. But it could also say, save the date. It could be anything at all. It could be a gender reveal. I mean, a present isn't just for Christmas. A present is for all year round gift giving. And that's going to be a really good one to go for. So we're going to match that price. Not $33.98, nowhere near it. We're going to take it down. EJ 2073, £14.79. This is like a roundup of all the best deals we've had over the last few days here at Hobbymaker. We have a few left, not many, a few. That works out to £7.40 for the present, £7.40 for the Christmas tree. EJ 2073. Go for both. Actually, if you went for both, if you went for the Christmas stocking, what was the other one? Christmas stocking and cracker, that's right. Christmas stocking and the cracker, and those two, you'll be paying less than you should be paying for just 2 of them. So that would be £29 and something. So yeah, about £4 less than what you should be paying for 2. You're going to get all 4. 1 P&P, and we cap that every day, remember, at just £3.95. £14.79 is your price for both of those, but they are available in the show right now if you want to go to the website, hobbymaker.co.uk. Okay. Now let me show you some things that we've actually got in front of me here in the studio. My very good friend Carla Bagshaw is the British ambassador for We Are Memory Keepers. And I work with Carla once a month when we do Carnation Crafts on their channel. And we were talking actually the day before yesterday, and I've not done a show with her yet. When she's been here, it's been Andy, I think, and a few other people that have worked with her. And she loves it here. She absolutely adores it. And we were talking about We Are Memory Keepers, and she is so proud to be the ambassador in this country for them. And we're so proud to have them here. They're one of the world's biggest craft manufacturers and suppliers. Now, one of my favourite products that they do are this. Let me show you. This isn't. It looks like maybe a heat gun, but it's not. It's an airbrush for your pens. An airbrush, battery operated. This is so cool, it really is. Now what you normally get when you buy the airbrush is this. And if you have a little look on the box, you can see you've got your pens, a lovely selection of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pens. You've got your charger, so it's a USB charging cable that comes in it as well. You've got your template, your stencil template, but of course you can use any stencils that you've got at home. Any brand, doesn't matter. But have you got an airbrush in your craft room? I don't know many people that have. Now if you fancy this today, you're not going to be getting just this. You're actually going to get thrown in at no extra charge £20 worth of spray markers. Now normally this is £29.99. Your stencil, your airbrush, your pens. £29.99, beautifully gift boxed. We are giving you the pack of 36 extra pens in every colour imaginable free. This is worth 20 quid. We're giving it to you with the other pens, with the airbrush tool and the stencil for $29.99. Now, I've got some of the brilliant American craft cardstock here. And if you haven't heard, it is with us now at Hobby Maker. We've got, look, the iconic American craft cardstock at $14.99. All the colours you can imagine, all the colours of the rainbow that you want. You've got your neutrals, we've got your pastels, we've got your spring, we've got your Christmas colours. It's all here on the website right now. $14.99 for 60 sheets of 216 GSM cardstock. Now, let me just take one of the pale colours out here. Let me take that kind of cream colour out of the back so I can show you how this air gun works. This is so cool, and it's not messy at all. You know, if you think about airbrush techniques where you pour paint or you pour ink into like a well, and then you have to stand back, you've got to wear a mask, you've got to wear overalls, you've got to kind of mask off everything. You haven't got to worry about anything like that. It's battery operated, rechargeable batteries. And I say you get your USB cable as well. Let me just take one of the pens out of the pack you normally get with it. Let's go for a pink or a purple, that one. Now, you've got a little section just there. That's where the pen goes. Dead simple. And you take the top off and you put the pen in there like that. And that's it. No mess, no dripping, no splashes, no splodges, nothing whatsoever. And then you can then go for it. Now I'm going to use it without the stencil to start off with. Isn't that the most satisfying sound you've ever heard? So the air gently brushes over the nib of the pen. I mean, the further you go back, the lighter it will be. The closer you get, the darker the colour's going to be. And you then get that most amazing coverage. Isn't that brilliant? But then, when you get your stencil, look, let's get them closer. Over the stencil we go. Look. You can blend different colours as well if you want to. Let's do, I'll tell you what, let's do two-tone. Let's do a darker pink and a lighter pink. So let's do half of, I'll tell you what, I'll do the lightning strike. Half of it in that colour. Oop. Take off the top of the other one, pop that in there like that. Let's do, pop it in, make sure it's in all the way so the air goes over the nib. So you can shade it and do graduation. Look, two-tone arrow strike. Zorro. How cool's that? Let's do a high. Let's do a high in two different colours. Okay, let's go yellow and red. I mean, you can actually, if you wanted to, use this for wall art. If you've got like stencils from some of our other shows, you can obviously use them on the wall if you want to as well. Look. Now the wall stencils, what was that show called? I can't remember now. We'll have a little look up on the website. We had some amazing wall stencils from a lovely guest. I can't remember the name of the show now off the top of my head. Let's have a little look at this. You can use this for walls. You can use it in all sorts of ways. And it's so responsive. There's your high. Stencil up, that's right. I've done it back to front, haven't I? They're brilliant. They really are fantastic. And remember, you've got, if you buy these pens, this pack here, you've actually got 24 in there. Oh, hang on, 36. Beg your pardon, 36 pens. I'm doing you short. 36 pens, normally 20 quid. You're getting these as a free gift because the other pens, so you've got 36 in there, 12 in there, so that's 48 pens in total. The air gun and the stencils, but think of the other stencils that you've got. We had stencils on yesterday with Creative Expressions. I haven't got those there to show you at the moment. But you've got loads and loads and loads of stencils that we have on our website. You'll find them. And you've got all these different graduation of colours. You've got every colour imaginable, every colour of the rainbow you've got on there, to be honest with you. You could do your sunsets. I'll tell you what, let's just go a bit freestyle. Let's see. I've not tried this yet. Let's just see if we can do a rainbow. Freehand. Okay, yellow. Orange. Yeah, put the orange in. Now I'm not going to be true to a rainbow. If you've got manual dexterity issues, you struggle holding pens and that sort of thing and brushes, this is great. All you've got to do, literally, it's a feather touch on the actual, on the control. Let's do a pink. Great for children, but obviously supervise them because you don't want them going mad. But certainly, it's great, isn't it? You're coming in for this now. You're loving the idea of this. I'm not at all surprised. It's great, great fun. Let's take another few colours out of here. We've got another. Oh, this is a really lovely. Let's do a blue as well in a minute. And have I got it all over me? Nope, I'm not covered. It's brilliant. Let's do a kind of a lavender as well. I mean, these are special pens. You know, these won't work with every pen that's on the market. They've got to be the right size so they go in the chamber properly. And the air just basically passes over the nib of the pen. Look. How cool is that? Isn't that brilliant? Now, you know, now you've got stencils in your craft room. You've got loads of them, and you're wondering what to do with them. You haven't used them for years. Now, get them out. Have a little look at all the stencils you've got in your room and think about how you could be using this. You don't have to be artistic. You don't have to be skilled in anything, really, in that you just basically choose the pen that you want. Let me do it the right way around this time. We've got lots of brand new crafters coming in. Brand new customers coming in. Hello, welcome to Hobby Maker. Maybe you've got a budget of £30 or even £50 for someone, and you're not 100% sure what to get them that they're going to have fun with. That's different. Let's do a. I'll tell you what. Let's do a lovely red heart. There we go. And these pens are water-based, by the way, so you can easily wash the actual colour off the stencil. Now look at that. How vibrant is that? Isn't that great? No pens, no brushes. Well, I say no pens. The pens obviously go in the airbrush, but you know what I mean. You've not actually come into contact with the cardstock whatsoever. You've just used the air, your very own airbrush, using not liquids, not inks, but just using the tips of the pens. The air passes over the tips of the pens and sprays the ink onto the card for you. You can use it on all sorts of things. You can use it on objects. I wouldn't say put it on glass. It's got to be like a porous surface, I would have thought. So things like MDF, you could spray it onto cardboard, maybe uncoated ceramic, it would be all right on terracotta, things like that. I'm not saying that they're water resistant or waterproof, so probably not for outdoor, but it is fantastic, really fantastic. Now, let me go through some other items that's on the counter here. So lots of you coming in for this. So today, the deal again, just to recap on the deal. You've got normally 12 pens, a stencil, and an airbrush for £29.99. Today, if you buy it for £29.99, we're going to throw in £20 worth of further spray pens. So these all fit in the chamber of the airbrush, and they're normally 20 quid. You're getting them today for £29.99. You're getting them free, actually. They're not being charged at all. You're getting these absolutely for nothing. The whole thing, £29.99, HZXC64. And this is the last of the stock we've got of this at the moment. And remember, it does take a little bit of time to get stock in because we do import it. So while we've got it, if you're thinking about it as a Christmas stocking gift for someone, get it today. It may not be here as we go into November and into December. 0800 001 4433, free phone number. If you've never shopped with us before and you want an account, the guys in the office upstairs in the call centre will get you an account, no trouble. If you want to do that on the website, hobbymaker.co.uk, you can set up your account there as well. Basically, with all of your, we need your email address, and then of course you make up a password, and then you're done. Right, now, whenever I do shows on my own, I make such a mess. Maybe you can relate to that. Is your craft room messy like, you know, I think most of us are like that. Right, let's show you this. Now, we do stamping platforms, we do trimmers, we do envelope makers, we do punches to give you nice decorative edged corners, that sort of thing. But I've never in my life, ever in my life, seen a tool that is as comprehensive as this. Now, what are we looking at here? This is again from the innovative We Are Memory Keepers. This is the Works all-in-one tool kit. This is quite incredible. First thing I want to show you, stamping platform, built in. How ingenious is that? Just that in its own right. A trimmer, a scoreboard, everything you need. You've got hole punches, you've got envelope makers, banner makers, you've got bow makers. Look, perfect stamping platform. Now, just recently I've realised something. Stamping platforms that have got a hinge, they're good, but when you've got something that's got a hinge like that, you're going to have more pressure there than you are on this side of the platform, aren't you? It's pretty obvious. So, what is the ideal stamping platform design when you've got one that goes flat down? Rather than that. And that's what this does. You've got magnets there, and you've got sprung loaded feet there. So you put your stamp on your platform, it removes easily. You've got a grid system on there as well, so you can get your stamp in exactly the right place. It clicks into place, boom, boom. Perfect stamping every single time. But that's not where it ends. Let me get my cardstock here to show you. You've got these punches built in, just here. You've got an envelope punch, banner, and also side tabs. Now, when you put your cardstock in here like this, it creates a fantastic shape. So that could be the end of your envelope flap, for example. Give it a nice professional finish. This next one, hole punch, perfect for your tags and that sort of thing. Don't have to buy a separate tool for it. This one, a lovely decorative corner. Gives you a nice rounded corner. So those three stay there in situ, they're permanent, okay? You've got inches and you've got millimetres and centimetres as far as markings are concerned. You've also got your trimmer and scorer. Now the blade obviously this just kind of fits onto your trimmer like that. So perfect cuts up and down every single time. Again, you've got a ruler on that trimmer as well at the same time. So that particular position, it's a trimmer. If you flip this over, you've then got a scorer. Perfect for your scoring. So it's a scorer on one side and you've got a trimmer on the other. Now, also incredibly clever, flip it over and you've got all sorts of hidden extras in the base of this. Now, this, you just slide this out. This allows you then to convert the actual tool into an envelope maker and a banner maker. And you can see you've actually got banner and envelope on there. Full instructions are included with it, of course, as well. But this is allowing you to make your own envelope at the size that you wish, and you can position it to whatever size is right for the project that you're working on. And the base of this is actually magnetic as well. So that's also good from when you're doing your stamping and when you're doing your stamping platform techniques. You don't want anything to be moving. So you've actually got two very strong magnets included in the bottom as well. So when you are doing your stamping, you just literally hold your cardstock in place with the two magnets, put your stamping platform on that way round. There we go. So that's that. And then there's more. You've also got here these posts. Now you might think, what on earth are these posts for? Ribbon makers. You can make ribbons in all sorts of different sizes using these as well. You can have them big and thick and chunky. If that's too high for you, you want something a bit smaller, you can make them smaller and shallower, and you can make them as tiny or as large as you want. So that's the ribbon maker side of it up there as well. And also it's a scoreboard. So if I just take my score tool out here, for example, take my magnets off, I can then very simply and very easily line up my cardstock on the top of here and give myself a very professional score as well. All in one tool. There you go. How cool is that? Now, it should be £100. Think about how much you pay for a trimmer. Think about how much you pay for a stamping platform, how much punches would be, a ribbon maker, how much would that be, a letter or an envelope maker, how much would that be? It's got non-slip feet on it as well. It's an all-in-one station. This is what memory keepers are all about. This is why they're so cool. We've got single figure stock on this though, but where's that price going to be? What can we give you this ingenious tool for today from We Are Memory Keepers? I don't know where this is going, I'll be honest. Half the price, $49.99, and also, good news, we've got it on split pay as well. So it's $24.99. Now, most people pay $24.99 for a stamping platform or more. Some people pay $49.99 for a stamping platform. You're going to get all those tools in one from the iconic brand We Are Memory Keepers. $24.99 today. We've literally got a handful of these left. As I say, I was talking to Carla Bagshaw the other day about this and the show, and it absolutely flew. We've got a remaining few in stock. That is it. And it will take us a little while to get stock back in because, of course, we import it. We Are Memory Keepers is an American company. If you want to get hold of this today and maybe keep it as a gift for later in the year, get it today because it may not be here in November or December. AB4607, half the price it should be. And bearing in mind the state of the world at the moment with currencies and currency conversions and all that sort of thing, to get this half price at the moment is an absolute opportunity. $49.99 and two split payments of $24.99 as well. AB4607. Right, now that's about to sell out, I've just been told. So if you want it, get the last couple, put them in your basket and check out. If it's your first purchase with us at Hobby Maker, welcome. We're getting new customers every day. I know we've been here for over half a year now, but still every day people are finding us, didn't know that we existed, friends recommend friends and so on. Now, these are a little bit funny actually. Now, I wear glasses all the time. I've got prescription lenses. I wear them constantly for distance and for close up. Now, these are brilliant. I am a hobby. My hobby is model making. That's what I love to do, and I'm doing a project now that's going to take me probably nearly 2 years to complete. And the bits and pieces that come through the post, it's like a course, are so tiny, are so intricate. Now, I'm lucky with these glasses, I've got pretty much 20/20 vision, but sometimes it's not the clarity of my vision that's the thing, it's the magnification. I need to be looking at smaller things closer up. Now, you may do embroidery. Maybe it's been your thing. I mean, I had 20/20 vision till I was 40 and then it all went pear-shaped. And now I've taken my glasses off. I can't see Michael on camera too. I can just see a blur. Are you waving? Yeah, he's waving. I can see the lights, but that's about it. So if I'm doing anything kind of really, really tiny and fiddly, I need magnification. Now, you can buy magnification lamps. They're good. But why not have magnification glasses? Now, if I put these on, now normally anything that's kind of practical, like a magnifying glass, they look ugly, they look stupid. These actually are quite stylish glasses, to be honest with you. But there's one very, very important feature. Look. Now, that's going to help you. That's going to help you really see what you're doing, because it magnifies, it's 1.6 magnification, so it's really good magnification. But it means that when you're looking down, the light is where you're looking, because as you move your head, the lights go with you. Clever. It's what you need. Maybe you're a jewellery maker. Carol with Jewellery Maker is coming up at 8 o'clock after us. But it might be that you've got fiddly clasps to fit, fiddly jump rings to twist. Like with me, recently I had to do put like tiny little windows. I'm building a model of the Titanic basically, and the windows were so small and the glue that I had to put on was so intricate. These would have been absolutely perfect. Everything comes towards you. Everything is illuminated. I mean, if we do, can we dim the lights, Paul? Are we able to do that? If I just get my work of art. Now look. How cool is that? Now, it may be you have the power cut. You normally reach for the candles. It could be that you're walking the dog and you're walking down country lanes and you can never see where you're going. Something like this is going to be perfect. And they're really strong, bright lights. But where you're working, where you're looking, everything is illuminated brilliantly. And this is another problem solver from We Are Memory Keepers. Now, these flew the other day. You can turn the lights off. You don't need to have them on all the time. But when you put them on, it does make a big, big difference. Now, lots of you getting in touch this morning, which is lovely. I'm going to put my glasses back on to read it because I won't be able to see it. Helen's got in touch. Morning, Helen. Welcome to Hobby Maker. She says, morning, Dave and the team. Oh, yes, the team. Yes, we've got Paul on directing. We've got Laura on producing. We've got Michael on camera too. There we are. That's your team. I haven't done that for a while. There's give us a wave, Michael. There he is. Yay. Morning, Dave and the team. I bought these the first time they aired, and they are fantastic. I use them when making jewellery. Brilliant, Helen. Just thinking of that. Yeah, jewellery making. I mean, Jewellery Maker it is a massive, massive success here in the Gemporia group, as it were. And actually, just over there is Jewellery Maker. Because when we finish, Carol comes in. She gets my mic and off she goes for 5 hours. And then I come back at 1 o'clock and do the afternoon. So it's like a constant rotating thing here. But yeah, these are brilliant for, oh, hang on. Brilliant for jewellery making, brilliant for all crafting, embroidery, stitching, mending. Even if maybe you just want to use them for work. Maybe you're an accountant or you do figures and things like that and you're struggling to see what you've written or your writing's not as good as it used to be. Maybe you sit in your own light all the time. Having these little lights on the side of these glasses is brilliant. And thank you, Helen, ever so much for getting those. $14.99 is your price. We've got a few of them left, that's all. And the product code is LZ4660. LZ4660. Now, I have got some very good news if you are in the market for a new craft knife. Oh, hang on, let me move these out of the way. American Craft cardstock on the website. All the different colour varieties are available for you. Now, we've got the We Are Memory Keepers craft mat in the show as well, which is a little bit different. Very, very stylish. Look at me, all my mess. Right, let me clear a space. Now, this craft knife is different to any other craft knife. I've seen it before. I loved it then and I love it now. Now, the reason I love it is control. Me and blades are not a good combination. I don't like blades, I don't like sharp, any implements at all, because it just kind of freaks me out a little bit. But I think the reason for that is, if I don't feel in control of it, I'm scared of it. And that's where this comes in. This craft knife is genius. This is, again, another brilliant tool from We Are Memory Keepers. You do get, how many spare blades do you get, Laura? Is it 6? Yeah, 6 spare blades in that box. So they're nicely protected, nice and safe. And you also get a protective cap on the top of the craft knife as well. Let me just take this off just for a second to show you the super sharp craft knife that is attached to this. It is absolutely razor sharp, and that's a good thing. A blunt blade is a dangerous blade. A sharp blade is much, much safer. Now, you might think, what a strange looking device, what a strange looking gizmo. Why don't I just use an ordinary conventional craft knife? Well, ordinary conventional craft knife is like holding a pen, isn't it? And they've got a little bit of a mind of their own. This is all about control. The design of this is you put your index finger through that loop and you literally hold it like a pen. So you've got so much more control with this than you would do over a conventional craft knife. And I know so many professional crafters that now use this in so many different ways. And the control you've got is nothing short of exceptional. As I say, I'm not very good with scissors, I'm not very good with a knife, but when you've got a knife like this that is just so controllable, so easy to use, rotate the card rather than try and be, you know, disjointed or whatever, turn your card. That's what all the experts have told me over the years. Turn the card rather than try and be double jointed. There we go. And let me just show you. And I'm no blade expert. I think you'll agree. Look. That's not bad, is it? Perfectly cut heart because I've got control of that blade. Honestly, compared to any other craft knife I've used, this has got the most perfect control you can imagine. And I'm not nervous using it either. There we go, all the way around my rainbow. Like a knife through butter. Turn your card. There we go. And by the way, if like Helen, you want to get in touch with the show, love to hear from you. There's a way of doing it by our website where it says contact the studio. If you do that, send us a message just like Helen did, we can put it on the screen. Say hi for this Thursday morning. It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. Been away for a week, kind of lost track of all my days. So much easier to use than a conventional craft knife, so much easier and safer as well. I mean, obviously with any blade, be careful, but this is just so easy to direct the blade where you want it. There you go. And you've got a protective cover. There is my cutout rainbow. A lot easier than a conventional craft knife. Now, lots of you are going for more than one of these. Why not? You know, when you're not using it, always put the protective cap back on. That makes absolute sense. It's incredibly sharp. And you get 6 spare blades as well. It's under £10. Another innovative invention from We Are Memory Keepers. KW4683. KW4683 is the product code. 0800 001 4433. 0800 001 4433. KW4683 if you fancy that particular craft knife. You're watching Wake Up with Hobbymaker. It's just after 7 o'clock on Thursday morning. Highlights later today, by the way. If you're a Santangle fan, who isn't, yay! Sandra is back with 3 shows this afternoon, and we've got Hunky Dory as well, and Marie as well. We've got some stamps coming up from Sandra later as well that you can tangle in, and also a brand new collection from Hunky Dory 2. That's going to be here at 2 and 4, and then Sandra's here 1, 3 and 5. So a great afternoon to look forward to later on today here at Hobbymaker. Do you fancy a spotlight? Let's do it. Is one product that we select at a very ridiculous price. We don't do them all the time, we do them kind of as and when, not every day. But this particular item stood out to us this morning when we were getting ready for the show. Because everybody needs glue. Now, we have got a great deal going on with the Quickie glue pen. The Quickie glue pen is a hero product, it really, really is. DH2868. Everybody here has got one of these in their craft tote, whether it's Pauline, whether it's Anne-Marie, whether it's Natalie, whether it's Craig from Crafters. Everybody loves a Quickie glue pen. This is basically glue in a pen that goes on blue, and when it dries, it goes clear. So why do you need a Quickie glue pen? If you just want to do little accents of glitter, for example, little dots, maybe for snow or something like that on a card, you just literally dab the tip of the glue pen and it leaves that tiny little dot of glue that the glitter will sit in. Brilliant. What I love to do with the Quickie glue pen, I love to sign my name. And then I can have my name signed in glitter, sprinkle glitter over it. I've got a glittery Dave. Or it could be that you want to use your foil. And you can wait until it goes tacky, and then you can put foil down, and then you've got a foiled signature. Gilding flakes as well. Whether you want to have like lines or frames around something, you treat it like a pen, but it doesn't give you ink, it gives you glue. Now, if you've never tried one of these before, buy one and try it. Remember, our postage is capped at £3.95. That's every day. You don't pay any more than £3.95. Now, we've got an early morning spotlight deal for you, so this has to be good. It's made by Sakura, the Quickie glue pen. That's where it all started for glue pens, as far as I'm aware. That's the first one I ever saw, the Quickie glue pen. Everybody needs it. Everybody can use it. If you maybe make your own envelopes and you don't like having that kind of, that solution that you put on to lick and stick, you just rather just, you know, use a glue or whatever. This is perfect for that as well. Okay, what price are we? I don't know what price we're doing with this. It's a surprise for me. It's going to be a surprise for you. No way. £2.99. Look, just put that into your basket. Multiple order if you want to. Say hi if you're ordering this morning. We'd love to hear from you. DH2868. Everyone, whether they're a crafter or not, will find a use for the Quickie glue pen. It goes on blue. It's a rollerball, just like a biro, basically. It's a rollerball that delivers that very light blue glue. Let it dry for a little bit. It then goes clear. And you can then use it with your glitters, you can use it with your foils, you can use it with all sorts of things. £2.99. This is one of the hero products in craft globally. Everybody who's into craft has probably either used one before or has got one in their craft room right now. But maybe you've run out. Maybe you think, oh, what do I get Quickie glue pen from these days? The answer is from us. And Sakura is one of the biggest and most respected pen manufacturers globally, so you know that it's going to be great, great quality. Quickie glue pen from Sakura, £2.99. You can multi-order, order 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. You only pay one P&P of £3.95, okay? DH2868, that's our Spotlight Early Morning Must-Have deal, under £3. Brilliant. Now, what breaking news did we have while I was away on holiday? Well, I've known this was coming for a long time. With the way the world is and the way shipping is and all that sort of thing, it's taken us a long, long time. I've lost track of the number of times I went to the office and said, any news on the cardstock yet? Oh, still on its way. Oh, okay. That went on for weeks, if not months. And the cardstock I was referring to was the American craft cardstock, often referred to as the best cardstock in the world by many, many professional crafters, and I totally agree with that statement. I really, really do. We have got it here now at Hobby Maker, and the price is incredible. Now, what is so special about American craft cardstock? It's the quality, simply the quality. Now, let me just show you one sheet. You might think to yourself, how do you get so excited about cardstock? If you use inferior cardstock, you get inferior results. If you use professional quality cardstock, you get professional results. If you've got a cutting machine, if you've got a Brother Scan and Cut or something like that. I mean, Judy, who was here yesterday doing our fantastic Caterpillar shows, she works in the office here and she's an avid crafter and has been watching craft for years and years and years. And she raves about American craft cardstock as well. You can use it for your card blanks if you want to. You can die cut it. It will work in your cutting machine beautifully. Now, already we've got a lot of interest on or in summer. Okay, now summer we're leaving behind, so maybe that's why a lot of you want these colours, because you want to go back to summer. I've got some, yes I have. Summer is this one just here. So basically the colours inside here are represented by the pattern and the actual design on the front. It's cheerful, it's bright, it's vibrant, £14.99, and you're going to get 60 sheets. Now we are matching the launch price. When we launched this the other day with Andy and Carla, the lines went ballistic, the phone lines went mad, the website went mad as well. We've got 60 sheets of quality American cardstock in here for you. And the colourways are basically those there. Look at these. Aren't they just gorgeous? The bright, vibrant yellow, your purples, your oranges, your blues. You've got your blues for all the different sea colours you need, for your sky colours that you need as well. If I just take them out, if you're not really a 12 by 12 user normally, you can always cut them in half. And you've then got 120 6 by 6 card blanks. Just cut them down the middle, score them in the middle, and you've then got your 6 by 6 card blanks in all these glorious colourways. Sunshine yellow, vibrant fuchsia and pink and red. Look at these. That'll cheer you up on a great winter's day. I don't know what will. Beautiful pea greens in there, sea blues, ocean blues, teals and turquoises. Stunning. And it's got that kind of trademark texture to the front of the cardstock as well, which I don't think the camera can get, but actually, yeah, nice one, Michael. Perfect. Look at that. It looks like fabric. Smooth on the back and textured on the front. But it's iconic. And, you know, it's been out of stock. We knew that we were getting We Are Memory Keepers and American Craft cardstock a little while ago. But as with anything, certainly overseas, it takes time to get the stock. With all that the world's gone through in the last couple of years, it took a bit longer than we thought. And we've got every colour imaginable, okay? Now, probably one of the most popular sizes of card to make are 6 by 6. So, as I said before, if you cut it in the middle, you've got then 120 6 by 6 card blanks. Just trim it down the centre, and you've then got 120 6 by 6 card blanks, because you've got the back and the front. Or if you want the mats, 6 by 6, you've got 240. Think about it. SU4663, that's the product number if you would like to go for this today. Actually, let me do that. Let me just kind of cut it in half and make a card blank. I've got the scoring tools here. I will use the paper trimmer by Hunky Dory to do it. Yes, I will. Good thinking. Okay, let me do a card blank in sunshine yellow, because that's my favourite colour. I love yellow. Okay. Now, the Hunky Dory trimmer, as you would imagine, is amazing quality. Here it is. You get a couple of blades with it as well. Yep, you get 2 blades, and they cut on the up and they cut on the down as well at the same time. So you've got inches and you've got centimetres. Let me open up the arm and let me just measure 6 inches. There we go. Bolt it up to the 6-inch mark. Make sure that it's square. And there we go. So straight away, I've now got, out of a 12 by 12 sheet, 2 6 by 6 card blanks. All I need to do now is, of course, score it, which I've got. I don't have a scoring tool with my Hunky Dory trimmer, so I will just use my We Are Memory Keepers, all in one. Pop that over there. There we go. Let's just score this in half. So basically, I'll do it in inches, which is up the other end. Take my stamping platform off. There we are. Pop this in here. So then I just need 6 inches, just like that. Let's just do it the other way. Do it there, and score at 6. There we go. Now then, got my absolute perfection 6 by 6 card blank. There we go. How about that? So that's out of the 12 by 12 cardstock. So maybe that's converted you. Maybe you weren't a 12 by 12 cardstock user before. Maybe you were. Maybe you've got a Brother Scan and Cut. You use all of these fantastic cutting machines. They're perfect use, the American Craft cardstock on those machines, but also perfect if you just want to make your own card blanks as well. And they do stand up. You know, they're not kind of wobbly and feeble. You've got a 260 GSM weight on these as well. But it's the colorways. It's the colorways and the quality that you're going to get. Remember, this took a long time to get in. It's his new home. Hobbymaker is its new home for the American Craft cardstock. So that is your summer. We've also got other card colours for you as well. This one is the earth tones. Now this is also proving very, very popular. If I just show you around the back of it so you can see all the colours you've got in the earth tones. So you've got lots of browns and fawns and taupes. So if you're thinking about maybe if you've got dyes for animals and things like that with fur, that's perfect. You've got your terracottas, your earthy tones there. You've got your blues and your yellows and your, look at all the shades of green you've got there. Now when you're doing foliage or you're doing grasses or anything like that, to have different shades of green makes really your image look quite authentic. $14.99 for the earth tones, VC4612. And I always love these pictures they do on the front of the packaging as well, because it gives you inspiration how you can use the colours without any other paint or ink or anything like that. Just use the colour of the cardstock to paint a picture, to build a landscape. And that's what they've done with that picture on the front. So if you've got dyes for trees, you've got dyes for mountains, then this is going to be the one to go for to give you all those very realistic kind of outdoor scenes. VC4612. That's $14.99 if you fancy that today. And remember, this has only been in stock the last week or so. So it's taken us nearly 6 months to get American Craft cardstock. This is its new home. It's a bestseller. People have been stocking up ever since we had it on air last week. 0800 001 4433. And if you're brand new to crafting, why not invest in the best? And these prices are insane. They're great. They really are amazing value for money prices. 60 sheets for £14.99. Now, opposite to that, earth tones, we've got pastels. There are your pastels. Nice and subtle. Now, and think about the packaging. Don't be, I'm a little bit like a bull in a china shop sometimes when it comes to opening boxes and packaging and things like that. Don't be like that. Leave the packaging intact, because basically all you have to do, if you see here, you just literally open up this little perforated section. You stand them up in maybe a shelf or on a shelf or something like that, and you can always see the colours of the cardstock that you've got on display. It remains in the box. Keep them in the box. It keeps them nice and safe. It keeps them dust-free and keeps them rip-free as well. But then literally you can take a sheet out from wherever you want, out the top like that, without having to take it off the shelf or without having to take a load out of the packet or trying to rummage through a packet to find the colour that you're after. Everything is literally at your fingertips. So it's almost like a filing cabinet sort of system in the packaging. And the packaging is lovely too, and it gives you inspiration. So colourways in here, if you're more of a pastel person than a big block colour person, look at these colourways. You've got your baby pinks and your lavenders, you've got your soft greens and your lovely, lovely light yellows. And they work well as a contrast to the brights. I know many people buy brights and pastels. So if you're matting and layering, for example, if I get one of my bright yellows and I get one of my soft yellows, like this colour here, soft yellow, a warmer yellow from the brights. See how that kind of works really nicely? Yeah, they're all the same sort of hue. They all kind of wonderfully work together. And you can see there how that's from the brights, that's from the pastels. It works really, really nicely. So the American Craft cardstock, all of the colours are available. If you want naturals, that's my personal favourite. Naturals are all the kind of neutral colours. That's on the website as well. I've only got 4 packs in the show today, but all the other colours you'll find on the website if you go to hobbymaker.co.uk, okay? $14.99, that is your pastels. And then the last one I've got on the counter is your primary. Is that primary? Yeah. That's primary, isn't it? Oh, lighthouse and boat. I haven't got that. Okay, that's the one. There's your primary. I haven't got that in the studio. No. No, I've got spring. I've got spring, not primary. So $14.99, TW4697. Again, 60 sheets, 260 GSM. Gorgeous, gorgeous quality. 0800 001 4433. $14.99. Those are your primary. If you've never used American Craft cardstock before, can I recommend the primary? It's the same with pens and things like that. If there's a primary option or pencils, go for the primaries first. And then, of course, you can diversify and go off into other colorways a bit later if you want to. TW4697. It is available right now. The stock has gone incredibly quickly. It's the new home of American Craft cardstock here at Hobbymaker. Okay, a surprise for me and a surprise for you coming up right after a short break. Don't go anywhere.
Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on Hobby Maker.
Are you having trouble finding the perfect gift? Then why not treat them to the new gift card from Hobby Maker at hobbymaker.co.uk. Simply scroll down to the bottom where it says gift cards, click and you'll be taken to the right place. Decide between posting the card or delivery by email and then decide how much you want to add. You choose the value. So what do you get the crafter that's got everything? Why not treat yourself or them to the Hobby Maker gift card?
It couldn't be easier to watch Hobby Maker. You can join us on Sky, Freeview, on our website or on YouTube, so you can watch at home or on the go.
I am Sandra Rushton and I am the owner of Sandtangle, which is a small business in Lincolnshire, where it's only been going 3 years or so, but we're really passionate about what we do. So it's a very mindful form of art. That's its basic core. So if you can hold a pen and draw a line, you can tangle. And it's about that mindfulness, that relaxation, and about you having a moment just for you. But as a result of you having that moment and putting pen to paper, you can create wonderful works of art. We do a lot of live videos, so we're very invested in education. We like to have people come to classes, but then of course the products that I design, we make ourselves. So we're involved in every step of the way, from the very first drawing to how it goes onto the computers, to how it's machined, to even books that we still hand make. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing where we go. It's the start of something new, and I feel that. I feel that it's something exciting, and I'm so glad I'm in at the beginning, because I don't know where it's going, but it's only going somewhere good. And this is the place for me.
Hobby Maker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size or quantity of your order or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged one P&P. Shopping made simple with Hobby Maker.
Lights, camera, action, party! Can you believe your eyes? Crafter's Companion is nearly 17. Join us on Hobby Maker for the most glittering soiree in town.
My name is Anne-Marie and I am the creative manager at Hunky Dory Crafts. Hunky Dory are the UK's premier papercraft manufacturer, and we design and manufacture all of our papercraft goodies back at home in Preston. We do lots of papercraft products as well as moonstone dies. We have our prism range of colouring mediums like watercolour pencils, alcohol markers, waterbrush pens, and we also have our very own range of stamps called For the Love of Stamps. We're really looking forward to bringing you all of our brand new product launches as well as our inspirational demonstrations, which we just know the audience love.
I promise you a surprise. It is a surprise to me. We weren't going to go to the Caterpillar in this show, I'll be honest with you. We weren't sure if we were able to. We weren't sure where they were, because after our launch show yesterday, they got put back into storage. We found them. And I'm so pleased I can talk to you about this for a few minutes because yesterday, Julie, who you may or may not have seen yesterday, Julie works in our office and she's one of the planning assistants that actually kind of put all the products together in the shows, make sure everything's right for the shows going forward, you know, weeks ahead. And she's an avid crafter and has been watching crafting TV for years. And we needed to get someone to kind of guest the Caterpillar shows because yesterday, in case you haven't heard, we now are stockists of the Caterpillar. What is the Caterpillar? The Caterpillar is the most professional trimmer you can ever own. And it's also the only trimmer you ever need to own. Now that's a big statement. You might think to yourself, oh, come on, Dave. You're going to have to change the blade. Every trimmer needs blade changes. I've got 6 or 7 of them in my craft room. They're all blunt. We have not got any need to buy another trimmer again. All those trimmers that have cost you maybe a fortune over the years, this is the only one you ever need to buy because you've got a lifetime guarantee from Caterpillar on the blade itself. And the reason for that is if I just turn it around so you can see how the Caterpillar works. The blade is not a static blade, it's a rotary blade. So every time that blade rotates and it passes up against the steel bar just here, it re-sharpens itself. Now, I know yesterday at 3 o'clock, not everybody can watch the television at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Not everybody intends to watch the TV at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But we launched the Caterpillar Pro, the Caterpillar Crop, and it went crazy. Now, I've got to let you know, if you want to go for this today, this was the bestseller. This was the best-selling trimmer out of all of the ones we have to offer you. This is the only stock we have before Christmas. We cannot get any more. But again, because of the logistics, the shipping from different parts of the world, all that sort of thing, we've got a quantity and a large quantity available, but a large portion of that went yesterday afternoon in the 3 o'clock show. So if you want to invest in the Caterpillar Pro, the only trimmer you need, and we had some lovely endorsements and emails from people yesterday that had basically taken the time and trouble to email in to say they've had theirs for years, it's the best trimmer they've ever had, they can rely on it day in, day out, because it's not only a case of, the hassle of having to find spare blades when your blade's blunt, that you don't have to worry about anymore. But it's also the frustration when a sharp blade becomes blunt and ruins your work. You know, you've spent hours working on something, thinking about something, designing something, and you go and cut something and it tears the card, it rips the card, it frays the card or whatever. You're not going to have that with the Caterpillar. Let me show you why. Every time you use it, up or down, that blade is constantly being resharpened. And I'll tell you something, if in the unlikely event that your blade does blunt for whatever reason, do you know what? Caterpillar will replace it free of charge. That's the lifetime guarantee they give you. That's how confident they are that you never need to worry about the blade. The only thing I would say to you is this is purely a trimmer for card and paper, up to grey board thickness, okay? Don't use it on fabric, it's not designed for that. And also I wouldn't use it on adhesive sheets because obviously the glue can stick to the blade, which wouldn't be good for your blade. So apart from that, it's for general cutting of your paper and your cardstock, but it's precision, it's accuracy. Knowing that when you get your trimmer, it's going to deliver perfect results every time. And the Pro, which is the best seller, this one here has got the drawer in it as well. And why have you got the light? Now, the cheapest one we found out on the market online yesterday was $99.99 for the Pro, okay? We are going to beat that price. We are going to match the launch price we did at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Treat yourself. How many people have got the Caterpillar Pro on their wish list for Christmas? This, if it sells out in the next few days, will not be back in until 2023. We have got 20 left. That's all. We had hundreds yesterday. We've got 20 of these left, and that will be it until 2023. So if you want to get this as a Christmas gift for someone, please order it today. I'm not trying to kind of scaremonger you or anything like that, but that's literally the facts. We've got 20 of them left, and that is it. $44.99 on split pay, so you can spread the cost if you want to. But okay, it's more money than you normally expect to pay for a trimmer, but it's the only trimmer you'll ever need to buy. Think about those trimmers you've got stacked up in your craft room. How much do they cost? If you add them all up, I bet it comes to well over $89.99. And this, remember, is the only trimmer you'll need. Let me show you how accuracy is the key to the Caterpillar. Whether you're cutting a sliver, have we got those emails that we had yesterday? Are we able to find those? The reviews that we had in, yeah. Let me show you, because we actually had a couple of lovely messages from people that have had their Caterpillar for a long time. I mean, that is actually a couple of mil thick. You may not be impressed with that. Okay, not impressed with that? Let's do a sliver. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that could be a decorative piece for your card. You can make your own little spirals. That is about 1 millimetre in thickness. That is the precision you get from the Caterpillar. That blade is immense. It really, really is. Now, another important feature, and when I first saw the Caterpillar range, I thought, why on earth do you want LED lights on a trimmer? What's the purpose of that? Well, the idea is, if you put your cardstock over the top of where the lights illuminate it. So if you've got something that's got lines, maybe you've got, I haven't got it here, but maybe you've got the hunky-dory tile pad that's got sentiments. If you try and do that with scissors, if you're like me, rubbish. Creative Expressions do sentiment sheets as well. The thing is that you can put those sentiment sheets over the top of the light and you can see through the paper where the cutting edge is. So you can line that cutting edge right the way up to the line on your card and you'll get a perfect professional cut every single time. Cut on the way up, cut on the way down. No matter how many times you do it, no matter what thickness, what width of cardstock you want, it's the same precision cut every single time. And also, look, you can make your own quilling strips. We had a question about that yesterday. Oh yeah, you can make your own quilling strips, no trouble at all. But the thing is, safety is an important thing with me as well. I mean, I've got a thing about blades. They make my kind of back shiver a little bit because I know what I'm like. I'm a bit clumsy. So when something is needed, like a guillotine or a trimmer, if you've got exposed blades, you've got to be extremely careful. And Julie was saying to me yesterday, she's always had a thing about guillotines. She gets a bit scared by them. So a trimmer is perfect in that way. But look, there's no way your fingers can get anywhere near that blade. It's encased, absolutely encased in that mechanism. It's a geared mechanism, and it doesn't matter whether you've got manual dexterity issues or anything like that, because it's not about pressure. You're not putting a lot of weight down. You're not putting a lot of pressure on. You're just literally tapping it with your fingers and guiding it and letting the mechanism do the work for you. But it is just a brilliant tool. $89.99. You may and may not have watched the show yesterday. You may not know that we were getting Caterpillar here at Hobbymaker. It's got the built-in drawer as well. Has Julie left her sweets in the drawer for me? She has, bless her. I've still got the sweets. That's a win-win. So, yeah, I'll give them a game away there, Julie. But it's big enough to put your 12x12 cardstock in as well. You can keep a few tools in there too if you want to. But this is the one that a lot of people go for to have as your main trimmer in your craft room. You've got a lovely workstation to work on. It's 12.5 inches from side to side, and it's a lovely strong base to work on as well. And, you know, you'll never have to worry about finding or buying new blades again. If in the unlikely event ever that your blade blunts, it isn't going to happen, by the way, but if it does, obviously if you mistreat it, you're not covered, but if it's just general wear and tear, they will replace the blade. I've even heard that in the odd instance where someone has actually returned or said that they've got a problem with the blade, they just gave you a new machine. I'm not saying that's what they'll do, but that's what I've heard from other people has happened. But look, every slice, every cut is as good as the one before it, because every time you rotate the blade, every time you rotate that blade, it's sharpening itself on the steel bar. It's such a clever machine. Look, all of these strips, every single one, none of them wonky, every single one completely precise and accurate. You know, you spend a lot of money on cardstock, on paper pads, on doing matting and layering. You want them to be straight, you want them to be angular, you don't want them to be off or off-center or out of size or anything like that. This is the perfect trimmer for absolutely everybody. And I know it's more money than most trimmers are, but when you consider it's the only trimmer you'll ever need, it's the only it's the only blade you'll ever need, it's the only blade you'll ever need to buy again from a trimming point of view, this has got to be well worth it. And remember, we had hundreds yesterday, we have 20 of these left. We've got less than that left now. $89.99. It's on split pay as well of £44.99. And remember, the price comparisons we did yesterday, everywhere that we looked at online was well over that price. We are the cheapest place to get this, and we're not going to get stock again until 2023. So when this is gone, that is it. If you want to buy this, and you know, maybe you weren't planning on buying any Christmas presents until maybe November. Well, if you buy it today on split pay, you pay the first payment today in October, the next payment in October, Christmas bought, sorted, $89.99, and you will not be able to get this from us here after this stock sells out until next year. Sandra Lopez has sent us an email, actually. Sandra, hello. Thank you for taking the time and trouble to review this for us, because we asked you yesterday if you were the lucky owner of a Caterpillar, what you thought of it. And she says, hello from a rather sunny Strood in Kent. This was yesterday, by the way. I've had my Caterpillar about 3 years. Like most people, I've had cutters from other companies which cut fine for about 6 months, and the blade would be blunt. Yeah. When I purchased my Caterpillar, it was a considered purchase at that time, but absolutely would not change it for any other cutter that's out there now. It cuts as crisp now as it did when I got it 3 years ago. It's simply the best, in my opinion. Sandra, thank you ever so much for that review. That was her words yesterday. And that's from a customer who's obviously incredibly happy. You know, if you're getting through a trimmer every 6 months and that trimmer costs you $19.99 or whatever, it is not long before you've paid for your Caterpillar. And you know, whenever I see someone's craft room and I see the Caterpillar proud in there, maybe next to their cutting machine and that sort of thing, I just think that's a crafter that takes their craft seriously. It really is a tool to be reckoned with. We had another message from Chris yesterday as well, who said, hiya, just wanted to say how great the Caterpillar Pro is. It works brilliantly and sharpens itself every time you use it. You can use it to make extremely fine cuts and just take a sliver off, which I did a few minutes ago, whatever you're cutting. The light helps make the cuts accurately, so if cutting out a picture, you can cut to the very edge. Good point. I have the Caterpillar crease as well, and that can be great for folding card blanks and also inserts for cards. When using the bar, it can stop the paper or card from cracking when scoring and folding. And we've got the crease available as well. That's on the website too. But we thought we'd just kind of bring this in this morning for a couple of minutes to just tell you, we have a different audience in the morning to what we have in the afternoon. Obviously, people that can watch in the morning at, say, 7 or 6:30 or whatever, possibly aren't in at 3:30 in the afternoon. So if you want to go for the Pro, this is the one that's got the main solid base to it. That's about 12.5 inches across. It's got the drawer built in as well. It won't come with Julie's sweets in it, I'm afraid, but you can put your own in there. And you do have to put your batteries in. And you won't use the light all the time, but when you've got really precise jobs to do, when you want to cut up to a certain line, cutting out toppers, cutting pictures, which was a comment a few minutes ago. I mean, if you print off your own pictures and you're printing, you ought to trim them to a precise size. This is going to be a godsend for you, because if I put that card there again, the light, even through thick cardstock, illuminates where the cutting edge is. Where you can see that steel edge, that's exactly where that blade is going to go, and that means you can line up any lines or any topper edges or anything like that precisely and accurately every single time. I mean, you can see how it kind of perforates or actually kind of illuminates through the card just there. Really cool. $89.99, 2 split payments of $44.99. That is the Caterpillar Pro, and it's EB4776. EB4776. Okay. Now, this one is the one that's designed for kind of stationary use in your craft room. This next one is exactly the same technology. There's no difference in the way that it works. There's no difference in the guarantee or anything like that. This one, though, has got more portability. This is the Caterpillar Crop. Now, again, price-wise, we're beating everybody. We're beating absolutely everybody, hands down. It's got exactly the same blade, exactly the same mechanism. You've got exactly the same length to the actual machine. But the difference is this has got a telescopic arm that comes out. So if you're wanting a trimmer that's more portable to put into your, your rolly tote bag or anything like that, then this would be perhaps the one to go for. It's also got the strip of LED lights in the side there as well, which are battery operated. It takes 4 AA batteries, and you don't use them all the time, so you don't have to change the batteries very often. But what you've got here is, again, that extendable arm. This actually is even wider. This goes up to 17.5 inches. So if I put a 12 by 12 sheet on there like that, for example, look, loads and loads and loads of room. The only difference between this and the Pro is you haven't got quite the same size of base. It's a much smaller base. But if portability is more of an issue for you, then this is perhaps the one to go for. And again, look, exactly the same. It cuts on the up, it cuts on the down, it sharpens itself every single time you use it. Let's do a very thin slither again. What a satisfying noise. You thought that last slither was fine. Look at this. Look at this. That's like a human hair. So thin. How else? Well, no, it's a bit thicker than a human hair, but you know what I mean. That is so thin. That's the accuracy, that's the precision that you get. So when you've got something a little bit off size, you just want to trim it ever so slightly. If you do it with scissors or a craft knife, it's probably going to go horribly wrong if you're anything like me. With the Caterpillar range, you haven't got that issue. $99.99, JO4783. Now, is that the final price? Didn't think it was. Okay. We beat everybody else yesterday on price. We're not saying this is the only place that you can buy Caterpillar products from. We're not. But it's the best place to buy it from when we get prices like this. $69.99. This was the best price anywhere. Look online, do price comparisons yourself. We did some yesterday for you. JO4783. It's new today, and it's also on split pay as well. So it's just $34.99 to pay today if you're wanting this as a Christmas gift for somebody. Maybe, I was talking to Andy actually yesterday, Andy Love, and we were discussing the Caterpillar show, which was huge yesterday afternoon. And he said to me, can you imagine how many people have got a Caterpillar on their wish list at Christmas? Have you got people in your family that say, have a think about what you want for Christmas this year, and you're sitting there scratching your head thinking, oh, I don't know. If a Caterpillar Crop or Pro is on your wish list, this might be your only chance to get it. When the stock of this is gone, we won't get any more till 2023. And it's the only trimmer you'll buy, it's the only trimmer you'll need to buy, it's the only trimmer you'll ever need to buy because it's got the lifetime guarantee on the blade. Now, a few things to point out, and as I say, I was talking to Carla the other day who demonstrated the Caterpillar for years. She said one thing to make sure everybody knows, don't use adhesive sheets in here. It will gunk up the blade. And don't use it for fabric. It won't cut fabric anyway, it's not designed to. This is the ultimate trimmer for any card and any paper, up to the thickness of grey board. And Julie had some grey board yesterday. I haven't got any here, but I'm just using American craft cardstock. But the more you use it, it gives you that confidence. And can that be said with the trimmer that you've got at the moment? Have you got a trimmer that you reach for and you think, oh, I hope this works, I hope this cuts? And then the blade's blunt and it tears the card, it feathers the card, it always gives you a wonky cut. It isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen with the Caterpillar Crop, the Caterpillar Pro. We've got them both. The Crop is the more portable one. The Pro is the more kind of fixed one with the bigger base. It's up to you which you'd like. The Caterpillar Pro yesterday was the favourite. That's what most of you went for. But the Crop is always a firm favourite as well for portability. It's great, isn't it? Let me just show you again what makes this trimmer so special. Have a little look. Now, it's a guard, so it's very, very safe. You've got no exposed blades whatsoever. You can't, even if you wanted to, get your fingers anywhere near there. There's not enough room. And it's got a gearing system. I mean, look, if you put your hands there, it's impossible. Very, very safe. But the gearing system rotates the wheel, which, of course, is the blade. It sharpens itself on the steel bar as it goes along. So every cut is as sharp as the next. You cannot go wrong with it. You really can't. And when you consider the price of cardstock, you don't want to ruin it. You want it to be cut to size, you want it to be cut accurately, you want it to look good, look professional, and that's what you're going to get with the Caterpillar range. And that's why everybody that I know that owns a Caterpillar just raves about it and can't sing its praises highly enough. And okay, yeah, it's a bit more money than what you'd expect to pay on a conventional everyday trimmer, but those trimmers, the blades blunt very quickly, you have to find replacements, maybe they get discontinued, you can't find the blade, it's possibly dangerous when you're changing blades as well with your fingers. This, you've got that lifetime guarantee, provided you use it for what it's intended for, which is cardstock and paper. A lifetime guarantee. You need never worry about changing a blade again. And from a safety point of view, if you've got little ones and you've got animals that love to be with mum and dad while they're crafting, you haven't got that worry about having exposed blades anywhere as well. JO4783. It was such an exciting show yesterday when we launched this. Do the price comparisons for yourself. Now, we had, that one that you're looking at is the Caterpillar Crop, okay? So that's the one that I've got here. So the extendable arm goes out to 17.5 inches. It folds perfectly flat like that, so that could easily go into a wheelie tote without any trouble at all. The Caterpillar Pro, probably you'd struggle to get in a tote, but this one you certainly would be able to. So it's entirely up to you. It's a little less money. It's exactly the same quality. The build structure is exactly the same. The build quality is exactly the same. If you want to watch the show as well, tomorrow, or yesterday, sorry, 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Julie and myself did the show. That will be a full hour of demonstrations of the Pro, the Crop, and the Crease as well. There is still stock available, but if you want to order it from me right now, please feel free to do that. Lots of you are doing that right now. Let me just show you what I've cut here. And every single strip is as good and as accurate as the next and the last. But from the finest little twirl of cardstock to the chunkiest. There you go. JO4783, 2 split payments of £34.99, JO4783. And if you want the Pro, that's available for a little bit more money. That's also on split pay as well. Right, now, pop that over there. It's like a roundup of the highlights of the week this morning, isn't it? It's great. Thanks for getting in touch with the show, by the way. Now, we've also got, and we had, a show the other day, which is from Crafters Companion and Gemini, the Iris Folding Collection. Now, Iris Folding, if you've never seen it before, is basically paper art. And what you do, you basically get these strips of paper that are pre-cut for you. Obviously, if you've got the Caterpillar, you can actually make your own strips as well for Iris Folding going forward. But you've got all these strips that are colour coordinated and cut to size. The idea is that you fold one of these strips over. You just basically take a strip out of the pack, fold it in half. You can score it if you want to, or just literally fold it over in your fingers. It's entirely up to you. And that then is the perfect width for your Iris Folding. And the idea is, inside here, you've got a die which cuts out the shape of the character. In this case, it's the butterfly. And you've also got a template. Now, the template is reusable over and over again. Let's take this out of the packaging if I can. There we go. So, yeah, there's the die, look. And then you've got your template. Now, the idea is that you take your strips of paper and you cut to size and follow the numbers. So, in other words, here, you can see number 1 is just there. So you basically trim the paper, put it onto number 1, do the same on the other side. Then number 2 is slightly longer, so you then trim the paper to that length. And again, you'd layer the paper up step by step by step until you end up with this beautiful 3-dimensional paper butterfly. That's what Iris Folding is all about. Now, this is a deal where you're going to get all 5 of these collections. So you've got the butterfly, you've got the lady's dress, which is that one just there. You've also got the next one, which is the present. Again, that could be a Christmas present, birthday present, hat box, whatever you want it to be. You're also going to get your hot air balloon. There's your hot air balloon. That's cool. I like that. And then you're also going to get your balloons there as well, the 3 different shaped balloons. And all of this works in exactly the same way, step by step by step. Now, working with Craig yesterday from Crafters Companion, he was telling me about their YouTube channel as well. Anything that you buy from Crafters Companion, there's always YouTube tutorials and demonstrations as well. Now, obviously, everything that you buy from them comes with instructions. But if you want to see, you know, these being kind of worked on in live time, you can actually go to YouTube and see there's thousands probably now of Crafters Companion tutorials on their YouTube channel. So that's what Iris Folding is all about. And you get basically 5 dies, 5 of the templates, which aren't paper. They're actually like a plastic material, so they're virtually indestructible. But that gives you the place where to put your paper and where to fold your paper and where to put it to create this 3-dimensional butterfly dress, hot air balloon, present, and bundle of air balloons as well. But all these papers, the paper is really good quality. You get 108 sheets in each one, so each piece or each kit comes with the papers to do your Iris Folding. Now, we haven't got the price on the screen yet. Now, this, I know, went to a ridiculous price. It works out, for each kit, you're paying just over £6. £6.24 for a die, all those papers and the Iris Folding template. £31.24 for the lot. OJ2032. OJ2032. And, you know, the colourways, the image on the front gives you the inspiration. You can see that that beautiful butterfly in the blues and purples, that's why you've got these colour strips of paper included. No cutting needed, just literally tear it to size to the length that the actual template tells you to, and before you know it, with a little bit of sticky tape, that's what you use, just tape to stick it down. Before you know it, you've got this lovely three-dimensional paper extravaganza going on, which is really something. It really, really is. Again, if I just open up the dress for a second for you. There we go. Look. So there's the dress. So basically, number 1 will be the first strip, which will be the waistband there. Number 2, the left-hand side of the dress. Number 3, the right-hand side of the dress. And then just layer up the pieces. Fold the papers in half, down the middle, and then just layer them in whichever colour combination is right for you. If you want that kind of colour check and that reference and that guide, that's on the front there for you as well. But then you have this beautiful, ornate, three-dimensional dress made out of paper. Paper art at its finest. So the die, all the embellishments, you've got the hanger, you've got the purse, you've got the bow and everything, a little floral corsage as well there for you. And you've got your plastic template, the whole thing. And of course you can make your own strips as well going forward. Once you've used up all of the paper in the kits here, you can use your own papers using your Caterpillar trimmer to trim them to size or whatever. I think they are size-wise, I think they're about, I'll just measure it for you actually. I'll do it on the Caterpillar, bear with me. They're an inch, yeah, they're inch strips. So ½ an inch when you fold them in half, there we go. And you get 108 of them in each of the blocks there. But this is cool, isn't it? These colourways are lovely. You've got your oranges, your pinks, and your purple, your teals, your beautiful kind of turquoise colours. And again, that can be for anything. Birthday, anniversary, Christmas, whatever you want it to be. Do it in red and green and gold and it will look like Christmas. Do it in these colours. It could be absolutely any celebration. And you've got your dies in there as well. And you also get, remember, that fantastic chart, that kind of plotter that shows you where to actually put your papers. £31.24 for all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just over £5 each. Really, it really is amazing. OJ2032 is the product code. You can tell I've been here. Look at the mess. Everything's exploded. All right, now we've got some scissors in the show as well. Don't forget, we've got a Gemporium machine, lowest ever price, $99.99. Which pair do you want to look at, Laura? The yellow ones. Okay, right. Now, talking blades and trimmers, these are, again, from the We Are Memory Keepers stable, the Cutter Bee scissors that we've got here for you. Now, they're really, really sweet and they're really good quality. You can see the quality of the blades, I'm sure. When you want precision, remember, always have scissors related to fabrics, completely separate to your paper scissors. But again, you want tip-to-tip snipping and cutting, and that's what you've got with this. I mean, there is no problem whatsoever. You can even make your own little frills if you want to. The accuracy and precision of this is superb. Because not all scissors, believe it or not, cut to the top of the tip, but these do. Can you hear that satisfying click? So when you want precision, and you want to know that you've got a quality tool in your hand, can you see, oh, turn it off. Can you see just how fine those snips have been? Can you do that with your scissors? Tip to tip precision. Now, the Cutter Bee, great brand as well. They also come with a protective cap, which obviously looks after your blades very nicely. And they've got good grip handles as well, nice and ergonomic. They're suitable for left and right-handed people. There's no kind of right or wrong way of using them. What price can we do these for you today? CA4683. Now, on Amazon, these scissors are £15.75. That's not bad. But what can we do them for? Same product. We're going to go below a tenner. It's nice to know you've got a bargain, isn't it? And if we can do that research for you as well and show you how much they are elsewhere. $9.99 and cap P&P of $3.95. That's what we do every day. That's what it's not just a special promotion for today only. Every day, no matter how many things you bought from midnight through to midnight, one postage of $3.95. That's all you have to pay. And you can order on the phones, free phone number from a landline and a mobile, 0800 001 4433, or you can order on the website as well, which is hobbymaker.co.uk. But yeah, you're saving a third by buying them from us, basically. And I think that little demo hopefully showed you just how accurate these scissors are and how precise they can be. I just love that they were as sharp at the tip as they are further back. Because sometimes scissors kind of let you down at the tip. They don't always go right to the top there. But if you're wanting to do really quite fine, delicate work, I can even cut one of those in half further. Look, total accuracy. Perfection. You're in control. Okay, $9.99, CA4683. Now, it may be that you weren't up early between 6 and 7. If you weren't, don't worry, we've still got stock of what I consider to be one of the hero products of Hobbymaker. Why is that? Because this was, when I had my meeting with the bosses here before I joined the company, this was in the room with us. It was Colin and it was Scott. Colin's the CEO, Scott's the managing director, and he said, what do you think? I said, die cutting machine, good. He said, well, what do you think? I said, well, until I use it, I don't know. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And so much so that Jamie from Creative Expressions, our guest here, came in and was asked to use it. Now, he was skeptical because he thought, I've not used this machine before. I don't know the plate formations. I don't know anything about it, but certainly I'll give it a go. He used it on the show and he bought 4 when he came off air. Why? Because it's the best. That's my opinion. That's Jamie's opinion. That's what most people... Pauline Wheeler, she owns one as well. Oh, actually, she may own 2 by now. But what we've done today is something a bit special because this should not be the price it is. It should be $129.99. If you've got one of these machines, if you'd like to tell me what you think about it, that would be wonderful. I know we've only got a few minutes left on the show, but email in your message or just do it on the website where it says contact the studio. But so many of you have bought this. You get all the plates you need for your die cutting and your embossing. But the thing about this that really impresses me, I mean, okay, I'm not doing anything with it. I've turned the machine on. It's got that satisfying murmur. It's not a screech or anything like that. It doesn't struggle when you put the plates through or anything like that. It just confidently does the job. The power is immense. The value for money is off the charts at $99.99. It really is. And on 2 split pays, all you pay today is $49.99 for it. Gemporia Craft, if you're wondering what that means, Gemporia is the umbrella business of all the channels that they provide. Hobbymaker is one of them, Sewing Street is another, Jewellery Maker is another, Gems TV is another. We've got Gem Collector, that's another one. Gemporia Lifestyle. All those channels are in this building and Gemporia is the overall company. So Gemporia Craft, that's Hobbymaker. That's what you get. That is what you get in the box. And it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And that, to me, is key. Because anything mechanical, anything that's electronic, anything that you rely on to do a job, and quite a tough job to do, such as die cutting and embossing, you want to try it first. You know, you're not going to buy a car without sitting in it and going around the block. So if you don't think this is the best die cutting and embossing machine that you've ever had, within 30 days you can return it and you'll get your money back. I don't know if we've had any back. I very much doubt it. I very, very much doubt it. DGV189. Congratulations if you ordered it earlier today. It was a surprise to me this morning that we were able to do this price again because it should be $129.99. This is the price when we launched it. When we launched the channel, we wanted to launch with something that would hopefully get lots of eyeballs watching us. When you're a new company, a new channel, you know, people have to find you. You have to entice people to come and join you. You need, hopefully, the word of mouth, people to spread. And that's why we did it at $99.99. And we're doing it again today at $99.99. Compare other electronic die cutting machines and how much they are. I've seen a version of this in a different colour for well over £200. No names, no pack drill, but I've seen it. And if you do a bit of searching, you'll probably find it as well. Under £100, it's virtually what it costs us to make this. There's not much difference. There really isn't much difference at all. Under £50, the first flexi or split payment of 2. And remember, it will deliver it to you straight away when you pay that first payment. I'll be back a bit later on with the lovely Anne-Marie and Sandra from Santangle. Stay tuned though, lots to look forward to on Sewing Street and also Jewellery Maker.